Stock screen, product images. You can have as many images to a product as you want. So to put a product against an image, click Stock Functions, click Stock Manager. Now this can actually be done in a few multiple places, but let's just do it from here. So I'm going to choose Jack Daniel's Whiskey 1.5 litre. Now at the moment we've already got an image, so let's click on Images, and you can see one of one. There is only one image against this product. Usually you only have one picture, and you can see the dimensions, what type of image is it, and how much memory does it take. You can also have one primary image as well. So if these are to be shown on something such as the second screen when you're serving, you can say this image is the primary image. So just like in suppliers, one of them always has to be primary. So if we want to add another image to this product, we can click Set Image, and we have the choice of From File, where you can find the file from your computer, and then that will be then applied to the database across the board. You could capture an image, so if you click on that, you can choose your media, and so if you click on that, choose a webcam perhaps, or some kind of input device, press Start Preview, take the picture. Alternatively, again, you can obtain it from a file as well. So you could get it from a source and take your own picture. You can also take a picture on the app as well. And you can also search for image online. So this would search sources such as Google and search like this. So if you click on that, if you are going to use this feature, please bear in mind that do not use this picture for website uploads and things like that. Only use it for internal purposes, as most of these images could be subject to copyright. So as you can see, we've got different pictures here. So I'm just going to choose that one. Okay, so now you can see it says 2 of 2. We now have 2 pictures for this product. One with the upside down label version and one with the standard label. But both are 1.5 litre versions. Finally, we could get an image from a URL. But this is a link. Okay, so this has its pros and cons. If you do use this and specify a URL there, then this image will always be linked to it, so you're not going to use up any memory, or virtually none, for that product. But obviously if that image or URL no longer becomes available, then you won't be able to see it on the screen. However, if it's linked to your own website, for example, then that does make quite good sense to do so. You won't take up any more space, and you've got simple links to the images. You can also double click an image to edit it too. So if you double click it, you can see here the image is 300 by 300 wide. It will stretch. You can see it's getting a bit pixelated as we stretch it, but 300 by 300 is more than enough usually for most of the cases. We could click on Tools, and we've got a few options here. I could resize the image. I would recommend that you use resize image maintaining aspect ratio. So it's 300 by 300. If I wanted it to be a maximum of 250, I would click that and put 250 in on both boxes. So say maximum width 250, maximum height 250. And then whichever one is the highest, it will go to that level, but maintain the same aspect ratio without any stretching. You can also click crop image, so it stretches it to the screen. Just drag with the mouse or on your finger, let go, and you could crop the image like that as well. So now it's 111 by 243. Another good use there as well is you can also make white transparent. So as long as the background's white, you can click that, choose a tolerance between 0 and 255, so just leave it as 10 most of the time, press tick. And you may not be able to tell, but that's actually cut out the white background, and that file is now a PNG. There's a small aberration at the bottom left there, but that's not too bad. You can also save this image to your local hard disk as well. So if I press tick now, that file has increased to 42 kilobytes, but it's now transparent. So when it's shown on the second screen, it won't be a white block. It will have a transparency layer on it, as opposed to this one, which as you can see is only 7 kilobytes big, but will have a white border around it, white background. Another feature you might want to use is if you go to Setup Tools, you can say Edit Image Categories, where you can create categories. Now, this is generally used for website images. So you could say this one is the main image, and these ones are thumbnail, large, thumbnail, small, and so on. So if I just keep them two like that, if I say that this one is the main image, but this one here is the thumbnail, depending on my website's integration, that may tell the image which section it should be put under. So not used very often, to be fair, but it is there if you want to categorize your images as well. This is a common dialog box. You will find it in a lot of different sections. Just as a quick example, if I was to go onto the sales screen, find item, Jack Daniels 1.5. If I press the question mark, the primary image is always shown here, but you can go between these different images and click edit image and get back to this common dialog box. Okay. The last thing to show you about images is if you have a lot of products and you want to export all the images for these products, simply click on export. So you'd select all of them, press export images, and then you can choose how should we name them. So should they be the ID of each one, so a long row GUID of them, a GUID and then .jpeg or whatever it may be, based on the name. Obviously, when you're doing the name, certain special characters may be omitted automatically. Okay, so you wouldn't be able to put in things like a / in there or anything. Primary barcode or internal reference code. The only problem with using these three is these two is you must make sure that you won't get any duplicates or anything like that.